Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. My name is Gil Trading Lab, and on today's video I'm going to be doing a pre-session analysis on EURUSD. So if you're new to this YouTube channel, please like, share and subscribe. So I'm going to start from the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, the swing structure is bullish. This is the current swing range that I'm working with. This is the strong swing low. It broke the high, it broke this high, confirming the bullish break of structure. After the break of structure, a swing pullback is expected. So to confirm the swing pullback, we can use either we can wait for price to mitigate and mitigate unmitigated zones, or supply zones within the left on the left side, or on the left side, or wait for structural confirmation where we wait for a bearish touch or a bearish eyeballs. But in this case, I'm okay to just wait for a bearish touch. But the fractal low is way below here, so I can't use it. It's way too far for me to signal for me the start of the swing pullback. But I'll let the lower time frames, in this case, I'll let the lower time frames get me on the start of the pullback. But even after the break of structure, the pullback cannot start immediately. Price can still keep pushing up before we get the pullback. It can still keep pushing, and maybe until price mitigates this supply above before we get the pullback. So for today's session, I'm neutral to look for longs and also for shorts if the lower time frames confirm this. So within the swing structure, these are the two demand zones that I'm waiting for price to pull back to catch them. Swing higher low. This upper demand is a sweep zone, but it has no lead, so it can be used as a lead for the POI below. The POI below has swept liquidity, has lead, so the higher low could be formed from here. Another thing to keep in mind is price has been ranging sideways. Price has been moving sideways with no bullish commitment. It has been moving sideways. So hoping now that after this bullish momentum, it's going to cause the break of this the sideways price action. So that's all for the daily time frame. Let's drop down to the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, this line you see here, this is the daily swing the daily boss. So this is the daily swing low. So if let's say 4 hours switches bearish, it will be a confirmation it will just be a confirmation that price is just pulling back to this extreme daily demand. It won't mean that now 4 hour the trend will remain bearish forever and ever and ever and ever. It will just be a confirmation that price has broken the low for price to mitigate the extreme daily demand. But for now, we will follow this trend, this bullish trend, until it shifts. So even when we get the pullback, I'll just be expecting this strong swing low to hold and to form a higher low, and then we expect a high to be formed. So the 4-hour swing structure is bullish. This is the 4-hour swing structure. This is my 4-hour swing structure. There's the bullish break of structure. This is my strong swing low, which I'm waiting for when we get the confirmation of the pullback. This is the low that I'll be expecting them. I'll be expecting it to hold for the high low to be formed. So currently, we haven't gotten a confirmation that the swing pullback has started. So we can still keep looking for longs to catch the continuation of this swing leg. Within this swing leg, there's this fractal order flow here, which when it shifts, it will be a good confirmation that the swing pullback has started. Even, a break of structure is a confirmation of the start and end of internal pullback. But sometimes let's say after this swing break of structure, this fractal boss can evolve to something huge. Let's say price can start forming internal structures like this, which we can use them to help us facilitate them swing pullback, the start and end of swing pullback, where if internal shifts bullish, it will be a confirmation that the swing pullback has ended and price is now ready to target the weak swing high, where we can now start following the internal structures to the weak swing high. So for today's session, I'm willing to look for longs to follow this fractal order flow. So where price can either pull back to this demand and we look to catch the fractal low to target the high. Even we can see price is leaving behind these kind of descending highs, which price might target on the way up. But also it's not a must for price to mitigate this demand. If price, let's say, forms a significant demand just here or mitigates something just within this leg on the M15, then I'll be willing to look for longs from it to target the 4H fractal high. So that's all for the 4-hour time frame. But also, if we get a bearish church, then I'll start looking for shorts from either the 4-hour supply that will have formed or just anything that will form within either within the leg of the fractal leg on the M15, on the leg of the 4H fractal leg on the M15, or just anything that, if I see any demand form here to support this bearish church to play the 4-hour swing pullback, then I'll look for longs, for shorts from the supply that will have formed on the M15. So that's all for the 4-hour time frame. Let's drop down to the M15 time frame. So on the M15, my swing structure is bullish. This is my swing structure where we got a break of structure here. This line, this blue line, is the break of structure. This is my strong swing low, and this is my weak swing high. So price pullback, it didn't reach to the EQ or to the discount prices. It just pulled back within the premium of the range yesterday, and then yesterday price formed this internal structure. You see the way I had said on the 4-hour time frame. Yesterday we got a bearish church. Then after the bearish church, price evolved and they started forming internal structure. So this is internal structure could have formed like this, but in this case, it just shifted bullish in the premium prices, and now we can look for it. Internal structure signals for us the start and end of swing pullback. So the moment it shifted bullish, it was a confirmation for the end of the swing pullback, which price when came and instead of breaking above the high, it just swept the high. So price did not break above the high. So this low can be targeted, but it's still a strong low. It broke an internal high, so it can hold. On the higher time frame, I want to be looking for longs, and we can look for longs from this extreme internal demand, which caused an internal break of structure. Longs from here will be phase A, targeting the weak swing high and internal high, but it's an old zone. It hasn't been formed during today's intraday today. So I want to see demand form through today's price action. So we can wait for internal structure. We wait for to confirm the start and end of swing pullback, internal pullback. We use fractal structure. But within this leg, there isn't any fractal low which has been broken to facilitate the swing pullback, the internal pullback, sorry. So price has just been, but we've already gotten an internal pullback, but there isn't any fractal low that has been broken. Meaning, if price, let's say, mitigates this for each demand or the M15 demand, and we get a bullish church, that will be an eye chalk. It will not be a bullish chalk. So I usually don't trade from those zones, from zones that have caused eye chalk. I usually want to see something break something within the left, and then I wait for it to break on the right. But this applies only in fractal structure and swing structure. If it's internal structure, price doesn't need to here, in this case here, price did not break anything within this leg, to confirm an internal break of structure, but price started forming internal structure within the pullback. So in this case, I can, if internal shifts bullish, in this case, I'm willing to look for longs from these internal higher lows, as we will be looking to catch these higher lows. But in the case of swing and fractal structure, then I need to see something break within the left. So in this case, we haven't gotten a fractal break of structure. So I can't, if let's say price forms a bullish order flow shift from within this forged demand, then I will not look for longs from that demand. So for longs, I will need to see more. I'll need to see either we can wait to see price sweep the low, to sweep this low, followed by a bullish IBOS. In this case, we will have a swing break of structure and also an internal break of structure. So we'll have a strong internal low to look for longs from. And I hope this price forms session demand, which I'll be waiting for price to pull back, ideally correctively. Then I look to catch them higher low, phase A2, targeting the week internal high. So that's the first case, but that's the only way I will get involved with the longs for today. That's what I'll be wanting to see during today. So the demand can form during the London session, and then we'll press the pullback during either the London lull or within the London session, and then on the New York we catch them high low. The other case that I'd like to look, I'd be interested with looking for longs is if price came, swept this low. In that case, we will have you see, if price breaks this low, it will be either a sweep. It can be either a sweep of the internal low. It can be also a bearish charge. And if price breaks and closes below this low, it will be an IBOS. So, and also it will be a 4-hour break of a fractal break of structure. This is this line, dashed line over here. It has started from here. This dashed line is the 4H fractal low. Meaning if price trades below this low, even if it just wicks, even if it trades 0.1 pips, then we'll have a 4-hour fractal break of structure confirming the swing pullback. So my case for looking for longs will be, apart from phase A2 here, it will be to wait for price to pull back, sweep this low, then wait for bullish order flow shift, then long from the session demand that will have formed after the bullish order flow shift. But in this case, we would have had a 4-hour break of structure, shifting my buyers to start looking for shorts. But it can still play out. So if you want to look for longs from the demand, if let's say that forms, then you want to look for longs from that demand that will have formed after the bullish order flow shift, after the sweep of this internal low, then you can look for longs from it. But for me, I'll just see. See, if let's say we had a 4-hour demand below here and price sweeps and mitigates the 4-hour demand, and then we get the order flow shift, then in that case, then I'll look for longs from the demand. But in this case, after the bearish charge, the next demand is way below here. So I'll start looking for shorts to play the dip and 15 swing pullback to discount prices, and also to play the 4-hour time frame swing pullback. So that's all for today's session. But after the price breaks and closes below this low, and also we get the 4-hour break fractal bros, it will be an IBOS, meaning I'll start looking for phase C shorts to play the swing pullback. And if longs from here after the sweep of this low, but then you can still look for, if you're okay, you can still look for longs within this demand. It's okay. But for me, I love to see POS form during that day. So I will, if price mitigates this zone, then I will not be interested. I will want to see only price break above this high, then I look to catch phase A2 longs from here. So that's all for today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I wish you all a wonderful and a blessed day.